Here's Bonner. Finds Smith. Good ball movement.
That's
Davis
excellent.
for 3.
That's excellent. Getting the ball to the right shooters. There were 2 others that had open shots, elected to give it up.
Hubert Davis nearly had the steal. Let it go. Rice. And the rebound tipped out by Charles Smith. So Hubert Davis with a pair of first quarter threes has given New York their largest lead so far at 6 points.
Another thing about Hubert Davis, you never see him force a shot. He takes shots that come to him, and that gives him the ability to shoot a high percentage.
Willis spinning by Ewing, a really pretty play.
And getting past Smith in the basket area as well. That's tough play by Kevin Willis.
4 points for Willis. The Knicks lead by 4 with 6 and change left in the first. Sally with the easy steal of Bonner's pass. Owens cannot catch up to it. That's a bad throw by Bimbo, and he knows it.
Indeed. You can't squander those opportunities against the New York Knicks. You don't get very many of them. You got to make them count.
Patrick Ewing, 0 for 2 so far. Harper will let it go. And the 3 knocked around. Bonner up with it for 2.
Willis just never got the handle on the ball. He had 2 hands, but no handle.
So Anthony Bonner gives New York their second 6-point lead. Bonner out defending Owens. Another bad pass by Miami. Bonner off the ricochet. Harper allowing the Knicks to set up.
Knicks play with a lot of poise. They never seem to be in a hurry.
Ewing across the lane, got away with steps, and he's 0 for 3 as Willis grabs the rebound. Now Sally getting the early call tonight. Nice flip to Owens. Great hands by Harper. Willis on the board for 2 more.
By Kevin Willis. Patrick Ewing had come over to help defend Owens. That left Willis free to get to the offensive glass. That happened a lot last night. As we said at the start, nice drive by Hubert Davis.
Came up short. Kevin Willis with 6 points and 3 rebounds, leading Miami's effort so far. Heater down 4 with 4.5 left in the first.
Good ball movement.
Owens unable to hit the open one-hander, and Bonner initiates with a flip up to Harper. Eric Harper out of North Shore High School in West Palm Beach, Florida. Ewing tries again. And on his 4th shot, he connects for the first time. Patrick Ewing averaging 23 points a game, 7th leading scorer, and the 3rd best rebounder in the NBA this year.
He's going to play a little isolation basketball with Owens and Willis. Oh, that's illegal.
And the officiating crew jumps on it, as did Alvin Gentry, as Anthony Mason comes on for the Knicks. First time tonight, we see the bone-crushing reserve out of Tennessee State. He'll sit down Charles Smith, and as you could tell by the ovation, Mason has become a fan favorite here in the Big Apple.
And you see Mason immediately goes over to defend Kevin Willis at the low post. This is his best position for defending.
Well, he's a multi-dimensional weapon that Pat Riley employs. Rice against Hubert Davis, and look out, Bonner coming to double. Nice pass. Sally, leaned in, couldn't finish, and Bonner hustling to the loose ball. Owens racing with Bonner. Knicks by 6. Ewing finds Harper for 3. No. How about that?
By Patrick Ewing to find Harper open on the weak side, and then when Harper's shot rolled off the rim, Ewing was there to stuff it.
That on one break. Mason for the lay-in. There, Mason.
Great
look at that pass. Ewing with a reverse throwdown off a gorgeous Mason assist.
That's great ball movement by the Knicks.
Ewing for the power hook. 8 for Ewing.
Excellent ball movement. It's in the basket area.
Ewing battling Geiger. That's pretty. 10 for Ewing. He is heating up here in the second quarter. And the Knicks now in front by 8. And all Knicks around the defensive board. Derek Harper finds Anthony. Ewing, quick step, was fouled. Smith for three. Oh, wow. Charles Smith with just his 7th made three this year. He's got 10 points, and the Knicks all of a sudden have their largest lead tonight. 13. Timeout to Alvin Gentry and Miami. At that last foul on Sally, and they did call it a flagrant foul. Owens for the hook, not there. And Ewing, oh, he went headlong over a cameraman. Rounds and 4 championships. Greg Anthony is Harper for 3. This is another avenue where the Knicks can bite you. They're a pretty good shooting three-point team.
They are a very good three-point shooting team, and because teams double on the post guys, on Ewing, and sometimes Mason or Smith, they get a lot of three-point opportunities.
Nice fake by Rice. He draws that, but does not score. Dimbo Coles yet to score. Rice for 3, and Harper off and running. Ewing against Lohaus. Grace for the 7-footer. 13 points for Ewing, and the Knicks now lead by 19.
All this coming mostly from the Knicks defense.
You've got to tip your hat to the New York Knicks.
Look at
really
Ewing.
Work at
Look
it.
how hard Ewing works against Willis.
Offensive foul on Kevin Willis.
And that's Derek Harper. Look at his teammates congratulate him. That's the weak side help that you must have. Willis must be careful. Take a look at it. Ewing fronting Willis. Willis gets the ball, and there's Derek Harper right in his path.
Yeah, Kevin Willis continued to jaw at Hugh Hollins, but the odd thing is Hollins did not call the technical until Willis was about 40 feet away. Charles Smith will shoot it. He has 10 points tonight. Make it 11. And the Knicks have exploded to a 20-point lead here in the first half. 9 for Miami. Knicks by 19. Smith. Oh, it's stuck for Charles Smith. Smith has 13. And the Knicks back up by 21.
He'd have to hurry. Big Bird.
Oh, three-pointer for the Big Bird. Brad Lohaus. His 42nd three of the year. That's good if it goes. No, it would not have counted. Well, the New York Knicks, with another strong second quarter showing, have opened up an 18-point lead. Alvin Gentry will talk to his club about resiliency and bouncing back in the second half. Coming up next, the Heineken halftime report. Nick, Texas road trip a few years back. Bernard King.
What I remember about Bernard King was the way he ran the floor. As a small forward, he ran it better than anybody else in the league at that time. Let's get to the live action here.
As we start the second half, I remind you, 2 minutes into the second quarter, the Heat were within 1, and then the Knicks went on to outscore Miami in the period 36-25. Davis for 3. Hubert Davis has connected on his third three-point goal tonight. The third-year man has 11, and we get a timeout. Looks like a 20-second timeout for Miami. Alvin Gentry using his 20-second timeout early in this second half.
That's Derek Harper hitting ahead. And that's the open jumper for Hubert Davis. That's good recognition by the Knicks. Good defense. Bonner chasing that ball down in the corner, hitting to Harper. Harper up the floor to Davis, and Davis waiting at the three-point line to knock it down.
This just the start of a 5-game homestand for the Knicks. They will host the defending champion Houston Rockets here Sunday afternoon, a nationally televised game. The Knicks won at Houston.
Game, Eric.
Oof. The interception by Derek Harper. Here he comes for Davis. Hubert Davis. Old mentors, Larry Brown, a couple of days ago, seeking some advice. Now Patrick Ewing converts the jumper, gets fouled. Ewing with 15, he'll go to the line. Chance at one more. Matt Geiger picks up his 4th foul.
Watch Ewing, little change direction move, gets away with it. Good pass.
Harper's 3, right on the money. His second 3 tonight. Derek Harper with 8 points.
Look at the quick double team on Rice.
Well, they just take you right out of your rhythm. 6:35 in the third. Owens way off on the three-pointer. The Knicks
are against the trap.
Well, Ewing's eye is getting way big.
Oh, big rebound. Level. Sounds like a lot, but in the NBA, look out.
Again, the Knicks by 17. Harper for 3. Boy, the Knicks very efficient against Miami's trap
game tonight. I regard Harper as the league's best point guard defender.
Really? Hubert Davis with another 3-point goal. Hubert Davis with a bundle of them tonight. Davis, his to find an open shot. Coles pursuing one, and Charles Smith with a... Herb Williams finds Anthony. Oh, my goodness, the Knicks are red hot. Greg Anthony.
Oh, it's going to fall for you.
Hey, guess what? Charlie Ward, the Heisman Trophy winner, going to come into the game after not playing in the last 14. This will be bonus coverage and fun for us to watch.
Yep, and Greg Anthony taking a seat on the bench. Terrific job by Anthony.
You better believe it. Greg Anthony leaves the game with 18 points, a season best. Charlie Ward. Boy, was I a big fan of his. In his quarterbacking days at Florida State, he won the Heisman Trophy for the Seminoles. Gamble rebounding the Askins miss. Mason has it stolen by Minor. This will be an adventure. Mason recovers, but fouls. His 5th foul.
Harold Minor with good anticipation got in the passing lane and seemed to have a free one.
Gamble with 8 points tonight on 6 of 7 foul shooting. 2.5 minutes left. A Knick lead of 11 and a turnover by Monty Williams. And interesting, Pat Riley did not make any changes. He's going to let this group try to do it.
Well, Greg Anthony is in for Christie, which is a change he had to make. Gives him another ball handler on the floor. Oh, the big bird was open.
Minor was fouled by Charlie Ward. The Heat battling back. Boy, this makes you proud of the Miami guys on the court right now. Minute 52 left. 9-point deficit. Gamble hits the
three-pointer. We are within 6. And Riley is still sitting there with his hair neatly coiffed.
Thinking about whose thumbs will go first. A blocking foul on Kevin Gamble is Greg, and Herb Williams will let it wind down and out. The Heat came back and made it a contest in the 4th quarter, but the Knicks win it by 9.
Confidence in the fact that either Pat Riley or John Starks would be able to match up well with Drexler.
Patrick Ewing giving the Rockets a 2-0 lead. Big guards this season have been a very difficult matchup for the Knicks. They have been burned on a number of occasions. That pass intended for Chilcutt. Houston Rockets coming off the Friday night victory against the Bullets in Landover. Nice move by Ewing, who usually does not get going early against Olajuwon.
Well, that time he got caught with Drexler down low. Clyde knew he was in trouble, started to yell for help for his new teammate. Olajuwon got there way too late.
Nice pass from Drexler. Ewing, yes, So Patrick Ewing has opened up on fire. He has all 6. Nick Paul.
Even though the Knicks have scored there with Patrick Ewing, Bonner is going to have to get in better position, cutting to the basket to take Drexler out of the play.
And a beautiful play defensively by Anthony Bonner, helping out and getting the tie-up.
Well, the Rockets want to come down and double team. Patrick is so effective when he takes the shot without putting the ball on the floor before the double team can get there.
Bonner and Olajuwon. It's controlled by the Rockets. Hubert Davis opening up against Clyde Drexler, who was looking for Hakeem Olajuwon, and the foul is called on Bonner.
Well, it's just to give Patrick Ewing a little bit of a breather, protect him from some fouls, and let Patrick play on the weak side. But Charles Smith will get a look at him as well, and Herb Williams.
The Knicks 6 and the Rockets 5. Smith with the double team gets it out. Drexler got a piece of it. Ewing getting the good position, and then
As Olajuwon with a little bump from the midsection.
Oh, you got it. Come on, baby.
Harper got the stick. Derek Harper extends to an 8-5 lead. Olajuwon for Drexler for 3, and rebounded by Ewing. Lost it. Olajuwon. Harper with the save. Davis for 3. Hubert Davis began the season having his difficulty shooting, as all the Knicks did. Not able to do it from the perimeter, but he has really come on in particular from the downtown area. Olajuwon called for steps. Went for the head fake against Smith.
He faked right, went left, but did not establish a pivot foot. Referee Bob Delaney, the trail official, saw it, really didn't believe it. It was late in making the call, but it was an accurate one.
And now the Knicks have come out shooting well. They've hit on 5 of their first 6. Smith around Chilcott. Olajuwon with the rejections. The Knicks 11 and the Rockets 5. Ewing, yes. No question about the intent of the Knicks right at the start. Patrick Ewing has been 6 shots. Beautiful crossover by Hubert Davis. Well, that's a move we have not seen.
Well, I think it's all set up by an earlier semi-fast break opportunity. Hubert pulled up and took the 3. I didn't think it was a particularly good shot then, but by making that, it set up that driving opportunity.
9-0 run by the Knicks. And of defense from the crowd. Here's Ellie getting the step. Going to the reverse and tipped home by Olajuwon. That's his first field goal. And the Knicks now lead 15-7. Getting back to Derek Harper's statement regarding committing fouls on purpose. He was talking about his days with the Dallas Mavericks in an effort to get Steve Alford into games in final minutes when it was garbage time. Smith on the tip. He might commit a foul to stop the clock to allow the substitution. That was obviously what he was referring to.
But that is not the same thing as getting involved with the crowd, and really not so much showing up Pat Riley. He can certainly deal with it. It's showing up Charlie Ward.
Beautiful backdoor lead pass. Kenny Smith finding Clyde Drexler, and for Clyde, his second field goal. The Knicks 17. Davis for 3. Yes. Hubert Davis, who had a strong game against Miami on Friday. He was game high, hit 7 of 12. Rockets push it down. Davis on the steal. Ewing for Bonner.
I think Patrick felt a little bit guilty that he was unable to handle that earlier fast break play on the last sequence, and then not getting back on defense. He didn't want to cherry pick.
Matt, we're very early, but a major difference here at the start between these two clubs as Drexler fires the 3 for the first time. Cassell for Kenny Smith. Ewing got the step. He thought he was fouled. Recovered by Harper, who's guarded by Cassell. 3 minutes. Only 5 of 15 from the field. Harper going all the way, and the Knicks now lead 24-14.
And this is where the Houston Rockets have to be very careful. Olajuwon is out for a breather right now. Usually sits out about 4 or 5 minutes. A very small team right now, and missing Carl Herrera and Robert Horry. This is where it really hurts the Rockets.
That's a goaltend. The basket will count. Chucky.
Keep going. Do you win?
Patrick Ewing. 12 points for Ewing. Is it good? Olajuwon. Rebounded by Brown, and he's fouled. foul. Chucky Brown in traffic. The tape, as he put it, to erase all the memories. And he did that just prior to that earlier season meeting against the Rockets back in Houston. I remember talking to Pat Riley before that game in Houston. As you see Smith setting up and then getting it out to Mason. Anthony Mason in the open shot. Knicks lead 38-29. Riley said that he felt a surreal chill when he walked through the Summit tunnel for practice. He actually brought the Knicks to town earlier than usual. The Knicks rarely practice full scale on the road. That's a rebound Mason. Anthony for three. The Knicks have been 6 of 9 from downtown. Olajuwon on the fadeaway. Mason with the box out. Anthony Mason, who handles the ball so well, flipping it up and in.
Thought he got fouled on the play. Does handle the ball on the break so well and uses that right hand around the basket beautifully.
The Knicks 47 and the Rockets 38. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Murray for three. Starks helping out. Tipped it to Mason. Anthony and Ellie coming together, and a foul is called. Charged in the sellout crowd at Madison. Bill Murray. Michael Bolton. Kevin Nealon of Saturday Night Live. Charlie Rose of PBS. And Woody and Sun Yi. And
especially the ones whose minutes are going to be affected. Mario Ellie and Wayne Vernon Maxwell gets back.
Olajuwon on the follow. And in the Capitals NBA record. Ewing again from the outside. Hopper. Yes. In the backcourt. They double up on Ewing. He's up front with Bonner and Smith. Shot clock at 5. Bonner took the bump. It counts. And the foul. Foul committed by Clyde Drexler. Ewing. 16 for Patrick Ewing. The Knicks 64 and the Rockets 60. Piece on Olajuwon and Ewing. Chilcott for three. And a loose ball foul on Smith, who reacts to the call. That's 3 on Smith. Timeout is being taken. The Knicks with a 69-66 advantage over the Rockets as Mario Ellie handles against Hubert Davis. Chilcott able to get it cross court. The lead for Olajuwon from Cassell. He's triple teamed. Gets it out. Ellie. Yes. Foot on the line. It's a two-pointer. Mario Ellie brings the Rockets within 1. For Ellie, that is his first field goal. Mario Ellie, every time he comes to New York, has all kinds of ticket problems. A product of New York. Anthony Mason with his 4th bucket. He has 8 points. He's hit 4 of 4, and the Knicks lead is 3.
That's that slashing, cutting move that I'm talking about, Marv, when Ewing gets double-teamed. 5th assist for Patrick Ewing in this ballgame.
And Hakeem Olajuwon has turned it. He's hit 4 of his last 5 after the slow start. Ellie feeling it, hits the 3, and he has tied the game at 71. Mario Ellie, who played at Power Memorial High School here in New York. In fact, played a year with Chris Mullen at Power Memorial. Strong move by Smith. And the Knicks with a 73-71 lead. Kenny Smith for Hakeem Olajuwon, now being guarded by Anthony Mason, and has no. Starks on the run. Mason dishes to Ewing. And surgery. Hopper pushing it down. Mason behind the back to Smith. Oh!
Beautiful play by Anthony Mason, seeing the whole floor in front of him and the nifty little behind-the-back pass to the trailing Charles Smith.
The Knicks 81 and the Rockets 75. Last it's Mason against Olajuwon, a matchup that has not worked for the Knicks, but this time Starks over to help out, and he ties him up.
And the last 2 times that
Off the scramble, the Knicks come away with it. Hopper, Mason on the wing, Mason Kept alive by Starks. And the Knicks will nurse the clock. And hear it from the crowd. 10 seconds left in the third. The Knicks lead by 6. Down to 5. Smith for 3. Bonner, and time runs out. After 3, the Knicks 87, and the Rockets 81, and the Patrick Ewing-Hakeem Olajuwon duel will continue. John Starks a question mark for today's game because of the shoulder injury. Did not start. Hubert Davis did, but Starks has done a good job. Nice head fake. Smith over the block, and a foul is called.
John Starks spotting up on the weak side as Charles Smith was working inside, and Clyde Drexler giving way too much room to the dangerous John Starks beyond the three-point line. Beautiful spin move by Olajuwon, eluding Anthony Mason.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Greg Anthony has checked back in. Smith with the ball fake. Smith with another fake. It counts, and the foul. Charles Smith is showing us moves that the Knicks have rarely.
Phoenix know how to create offense from defense.
Oh, what a move in traffic. Anthony Mason has hit 5 out of 7. He has 10 points, and the Knicks now lead 100 to 93 with just under 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Olajuwon had it knocked away, able to recover, then again back.
Trying to challenge the shot of Ewing, getting offensive rebounding opportunities to others.
Murray. Off-balance shot by Tracy Murray. Derek Palmer has returned. He's in the backcourt with John Starks. Patrick Ewing, now Charles Smith and Anthony Mason up front. Interior pass from Ewing. And the fourth. Olajuwon again, played by Mason. And then trying to dish it off as Ewing came over to double.
Actually, Olajuwon trying to hook up with Chucky Brown on that double team, but there again, these two players have not played that much with each other, not familiar with the passing and catching.
Smith, three-pointer of the game. 108-97, Knicks. Starks broke up that pass.
And the Knicks had to force pass after pass on that last possession against very tough defense by the Rockets.
Starks for 3. John Starks, who did it against the Rockets at the summit earlier this season, has come up with 4 from downtown here this afternoon. And Houston calls for time. 3:27 left in the fourth. The Knicks 111 and the Rockets 97. Here this afternoon, 122.
Going to leave them a little bit thin up front in terms of foul problems. They can't afford. They're going to get ready for their playoff drive.
John Starks gets the jumper at 6'4", Chicago.
And everyone in the Garden, a sigh of relief when he makes the first, because he can have some strangest nights.
Here's Pete Myers. Myers off the front rim. And here comes Derek Harper from the Knicks. Takes it all the way, loses control. Starks kicks it back to Oakley. Kukoc there to bother him. Every entry pass underneath is taken away. Scottie Pippen, who leads the league in steals, gets another. Here's Pippen by Mason. Puts it up and in.
He'll really probe the deep.
Yep. There's a pass of the ball by Pippen that didn't do on that one.
There's the matchup we talked about. Mason too strong on the box, too physical for him, and he's going to try to take advantage on the other end by taking Mason off the dribble, but it's a better matchup.
There's Myers cutting, followed by Starks. Not the best shooter on this ball club, and that's 8:05 in the first quarter. Ewing gets it. Nice job. 14-8 on the 8-minute mark now.
Jackson can't be happy with the looks that Ewing is getting. He's getting too many good open shots, too easy.
Again, Patrick going for a 30-point plus game, which if he gets it would be a 6th in a row, breaking his record held by Ewing and Bernard King. There's a rebound for Patrick Ewing, and he gets it out to Derek Harper.
Last 2 times down, 2 coaches taking bad shots within the context of their offense. One was too long, and one was too quick.
Posting up, gets the pass to Harper. Back to Oakley.
Pippen gamble, left open. quickly, and he can knock down that shot to the top of the key. You keep looking at him, say he's not going to make that shot, but he makes his share.
Charles Oakley out for 32 games this year with surgery on a very a tough injury of the right toe that was dislocated. Here's Purdue. Put there when Oakley came off the injured list. Here's Patrick Ewing. Jump hook good.
You know, Chicago's made the decision to play them straight, play Ewing straight up.
Right.
I'm surprised they're not doubling. They're going to say, make him beat us, and he will. Not bad by Mr. Pippen.
No, he's got a quick 7 points, and that's the margin difference now in the ball game. 19-12, 5:05 to go.
He's headed for an easy 30 tonight if they're going to play him straight up. I have done the same thing as Phil has done, though, because I used to think sometimes, rather than give all these other people shots, let's tire him out late in the game. He's not as effective.
There's the feed from Purdue to Kukoc.
Yes, they've
quarter. Starks looks for Mason. Scottie Pippen goes back, almost has another steal. But instead, he gambled and Starks gets it.
Yeah, John Starks. He's at 118 coming into the night, and that's a record for the New York Knicks. Part of that is the new rule because they are shooting more.
John Starks called for the foul. That's his second. For Davis, the double on Mason. The jumper from Oakley is good.
Work ethic and his ability to shoot the basketball, and there is a steal.
Ewing has it from Hubert Davis. Davis spots up, that's a three, got it.
Back, but I don't know about that.
Davis over Kerr, got it.
You keep fishing around to find that guy that can light it up for you offensively, and they have found him, at least temporarily, with Hubert Davis.
Well, Pat Riley told us the last time we saw New York a month or so ago, Hubert Davis may be, in his mind, the best pure shooter in the league.
That's a strong statement, but
Riley got his 300th win in his 416th game, and for Jackson, here's Steve Kerr off the mark. For Jackson, he came in his 419th game. Davis, yes!
he's in a groove, and Mason getting the break started, pushing the ball out.
Hubert Davis in double digits. He's got 10. Here's Pippen guarded by Mason. Lead of 5 points now, 39-34. And the comeback ignited by Hubert Davis. Anthony Mason from Greg Anthony. Got it. Whoa, boy.
They waited, and they passed it, and they waited, and they passed it.
And it's 41-36 with 5:35 to go. Largest lead of the game was 12. Here's Pippen underneath the Luke Longley. Longley backs in on Herb Williams. Anthony Mason with the miss.
Longley wanted to go baseline, but Herb Williams says, no, you're going to have to make it over the top on the hook shot.
John Starks on the bench with 3 fouls and Patrick Ewing getting a rest. And New York has come back with baskets like that from Herb Williams.
Both teams playing very, very good basketball, moving the ball, very patient, getting good shots, and people off the bench are supporting both clubs.
This has been a 9-2 run by the Knicks, and they're back to within 3. At the other end, Scottie Pippen.
Out of basketball.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? Oh, man. Scottie Pippen gets it. Anthony Mason defensively, well.
It's a factor. They need Starks to get off here a little bit, and or Ewing.
Patrick Ewing gets it.
They'll go right to him, see if they need to get consistent scoring.
Ewing now with 11 points on 5 of 13 from the field. And it's a 14-point margin. Kukoc, Pippen, B.J. Armstrong is guarded by Derek Harper. They find Kukoc, who finds Pete Myers. Starks is playing with 3 fouls, a rejection from Ewing, and Kukoc with the follow-up is not good.
They started the way you suggested, that offensively they don't get going in the third quarter, and there's a history of it.
There's Ewing again. Turns and Purdue is right there, so he goes over it.
Patrick's had so many great games. He's been on a real roll, and he'll come back, have a big night here before it's over. But credit New York's defense. They are really playing great defense, challenging passing lanes, challenging cuts, and good individual defense.
There's a pick. Derek Harper is called for the foul. Pippen. Yep.
Tony Kukoc called for him to come to the post area. Got the ball to him. Scored it easily.
John Starks, he's been quiet tonight. He was saddled with 3 quick fouls in the first half. He was on the bench much of that time. Intercepted by Chicago. That's 10 New York turnovers.
Behind the back, look away and dish it off.
Well, pardon me. Oakley. Ewing. That cuts the lead to 20. Doesn't that sound strange here in Madison Square Garden?
That's a shocker.
69-49 Chicago. Second meeting of the year between the two. As it now stands, the Knicks are the number 3 spot in the East. Chicago number 6. Pippen, nope. Oakley and John Starks for the Knicks. Goes by Myers, off shins of Anthony Mason. 11 turnovers for New York. Kukoc. Derek Harper.
We've got a 22-point lead. We can afford to rest him and bring him back if we need him. But sometimes it works the other way. The New York's going to. There's one way to get him back. Get it to Ewing. Pretty good.
Will Perdue, Patrick Ewing. B.J. Armstrong has it. There's a touch pass underneath the Kukoc. Mason guards it. The double from Starks. Steve Kerr takes it all the way. Perdue not ready for it. Gets it back, and it's stolen by Anthony Mason. Knocked ahead by Derek Harper. Alert play by Harper. They find Hubert Davis for 3. Got it!
You know, they've gone small. They've got Starks, Davis, and Harper in the game trying to generate some offense, and it worked on that particular play.
4 minutes to go. Quarter number 3. Ewing. The lead is 15.
Dangerous area right now for Chicago. Pippen out of the game. If New York can get some stops.
7-point run since Pippen sat down.
Great ball movement. They're playing their offense as well as I've seen them play it all year, getting better, I think, every game, and are really going to be a threat in the playoffs.
They have become the kind of team you just don't want to have in the playoffs, right? You have to confront.
Yeah, they just keep building on it. Players are getting better. They're feeling much more comfortable with each other. They've settled some problems because the trade deadline is passed.
74-58 after the last Knick basket. John Starks going to Pete Myers. Traveled. Nope. Didn't travel. There was a foul call.
The ball much the same way. It's a very much team-oriented, good team in the future.
Derek Harper takes it to the glass.
And all of a sudden, it is now 15, a dangerous area. And there's a lot of time. There's almost 15 minutes left in this game.
Pippen waits. Kukoc. B.J. Armstrong comes out. Luke Longley is on the floor, guarded by Patrick Ewing. 75-60 with 2:39 to go, third quarter. Kukoc for 3. The tip, good. Oh, boy.
Ewing has worked so hard, and then he lets Longley slip inside of him. And, you know, this is a chance to get back, you know, get it down to where it's workable, and then all of a sudden they get the easy tip. Those are the ones that really hurt when you're struggling to get back in the game. And Longley makes a big steal on Ewing.
12 turnovers for New York. B.J. Armstrong and Steve Kerr working the backcourt for Chicago. Hubert Davis defensively on Kerr. Armstrong takes it all the way and lofts it up. No good. Rebound in the hands of John Starks. Looks for the call, doesn't get it. Mason's open.
They're starting to get in transition, getting steals, 4-6 rebounds and second shots that Chicago is not getting.
The lead is still 15 with 97 seconds to go, quarter number 3. Billy.
Offensive foul on stepped in, moved.
I don't think Phil Jackson. 10 on the shot clock. Got it for Patrick Ewing.
He lightened it up down. He got it to 13, and it's workable. And the Knicks know it, the fans know it, and Chicago knows it.
Harper finds Ewing.
They're going to have to make a decision about doubling. Otherwise, he's really going to light it up. He's really coming on, and they're getting there down to 11.
Charles Oakley getting ready to come back on the floor for New York as well. He's Pippen posting up Starks. Thrown out of bounds. Chicago ball.
Starks very animated that time on that call, wanting it to go the other way.
Derek Harper out, Oakley on. So the Knicks now have Mason, Oakley, Starks, Ewing, and Hubert Davis. Stolen.
Another turnover. Trying to force the ball in, and Scottie Pippen was posting up, decided to move away, and Will Perdue throws it away. They can break double digits if they can score here.
Nope. Pippen, 12 rebounds. And the foul, Ewing. Gets it back, finds Steve Kerr. Ewing doing a fine defensive job. Here's Perdue, air ball.
Don't want the ball in his hands with the clock running down.
Now the crowd's back.
They'll go right back to Ewing.
Stolen by B.J. Armstrong. Kerr, oh, tough one. He knew he was going to get hammered. And Chicago loses it.
They had numbers, and they fumbled the ball.
A good job on Davis. Oakley
brings it to 9. I suggested earlier, don't go away.
9:23 to go. 77-68. Steve Kerr, that's off the mark. Ewing, big rebound. Here come the Knicks. Mason. Yes!
Scores it and goes to the line.
By 21.
If you recall, it looked like bad shot off balance. Layup on the other end if he catches it. He got it. This is going to be a devastating loss for Chicago if they can't control his tempo. And remember when Pippen said to Jackson, I don't think we better come out. I don't like the way it looked like that. We don't know that's what he said, but his body movement, language, and eyes looked like he said, let's keep this going.
Here's Steve Kerr. No, it's not going anywhere for Chicago now.
Can't get the roll and struggling to get a good shot. Really having to really work hard. Two coaches back, though, and they'll start working him within the framework of the offense. This game is going to go so-called to the wire. There's Davis with another three.
Hubert Davis has 16 points. Doug Christie leads the cheers on the New York bench. 7 minutes remaining. It's down to a 4-point margin. Scottie Pippen fouled by Anthony. Here's Derek Harper. Brings it in, comes back out. Ewing, left side for Oakley. He drives, dishes. Mason up and good!
Pete Meyer on the weak side, got beat on the inside. Tried to foul him so he couldn't get the ball up, gets it up anyway.
How about Anthony Mason as an offensive threat tonight, Chuck?
Well, he's a good offensive player. He works well around the basket. Very good post-up player. He's not a guy that's going to shoot from long range or anything, but you play him enough minutes, he's going to get his 10, 12 points every night.
Averaging 9.5. He's got 18 tonight. 82-78 with 6:34 remaining. With 5 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Chicago had a 21-point lead. Time was called and Pippen sat down for a brief rest. That's when the New York comeback began. Pippen, no. He's 1 for 6 from the field in this half. Harper and Oakley and Ewing and Mason and Hubert Davis. Isolation. Harper. Yes!
Got it over top. They were looking for a pick and roll, but he just backed them down. Once you get back into a game like this, everybody gets pumped and gets involved. They start making shots normally they wouldn't have made earlier.
Wennington. The tip's too strong. Pippen. A fresh 24. Stolen by Davis.
Said he was fouled. Looked at Callahan. No foul.
The cut is good.
How about this with 5:25? We've got a tie basketball game.
And here came the tying basket.
Hubert Davis picking up the loose ball, takes it right to the basket, but Mason on the follow gets the score. Scottie Pippen wanted a call on that play, did not get it. He's not going to get it in this building under these kind of circumstances.
12 minutes and 24 seconds, the duration of this Knick run. And it began with the New York Knicks down by 22. And Scottie Pippen going to the bench for a brief rest. And Chuck Daly said at the time, I don't think Pippen wants to leave the game right now. Nevertheless, as someone once said in this...
To get in games like this, they need that third guy, and there's another miss by Armstrong.
We're tied with 4:45 remaining. The New York Knicks have not led since it was 6-4. Now they do.
They do now. Mason on a post-up, over top.
4.5 remaining. Pippen. And he'll shoot free throws. 4 early on. Anthony Mason with 22 points now.
Gets the start because Charles Smith, bad knee, couldn't start for the first time or play this year. And Scottie Pippen throws up an air ball.
Now, you don't think you'll hear about it in New York.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Missed both of them, and well as he played in the first half, due into the third quarter, and now has really struggled in the second half, partially because New York is just playing great defense.
Pick and roll, Ewing and Harper. Derek Harper off balance shot, and the rebound in the hands of Bill Wennington. Knicks up 84-82 with 4 to go. Hard foul. Charles Oakley.
Pippen in with Armstrong in the lane. He wasn't sure he wanted.
Ducoach guards Oakley. Here's Mason. He can tie his season high with this basket.
He's got it.
24 for Anthony Mason.
I told him in an interview before the game, we get him more money in a new contract since he's unrestricted at the end of the year. He's a valuable piece to the New York Knicks, proven by tonight's play.
3:35 remaining. Mason has hit his last 8 field goals. 86-84. Ducoach guarded by Oakley. That's an ill-advised shot. Wennington goes for the tip, not there. The largest lead for the Knicks has been 2. They can double that now. Ewing kicks it out to Harper.
Trying to keep that streak alive. 30 consecutive games with a 3.
Pick and roll Wennington.
Watch Davis, they came and doubled, and Wennington was unfortunate to retrieve it. I was wondering when they're going to bring Purdue back. They got 217.
B.J. Armstrong, double with Ewing. Wennington got the shot.
Davis Davis has ignited them all night, and they've gotten back in the game to the point where they are only down one here with the basketball. 1:58 to go. Both teams two timeouts and a 20.
16 seconds left on the shot clock, and Hubert Davis will throw it inbounds for New York. Derek Harper, Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing, and Anthony Mason complete the quintet. Now 10 on the shot clock. They get it to Ewing.
Better close on him. Better close on him.
They want.
Better close on him. Whoa.
In and out. Kukoc to Pippen. Scottie Pippen.
They'll go to work on their offense. They need to have the ball in the hands of either Pippen or Kukoc, and he's got the jumper. No good.
Off the mark. Rebound New York, chased down by Oakley. With 82 seconds remaining in the game.
Pippen had a great look, angle of the glass and all. Not a good shot. Here they go inside to Ewing for the lead.
Double
team.
comes from Kukoc. Back to Ewing, baseline jumper, in and out. Offensive board, chased down by Oakley. 46.2 seconds remaining.
Watch Davis coming off on the screen, and Pippen knows it's coming. Pippen may leave the ball and jump out if Davis frees himself. Here he comes. Didn't get free.
Back it comes to Ewing. There's Hubert Davis.
He got it. A three.
Timeout, Chicago. From three-point range tonight. Alley-oop. Pippen, no. Foul. Anthony Mason. Fine. Not this time.
What kind of situation?
We are tied with 35.8 seconds remaining.
No timeout. They're going to take it full court.
Derek Harper guarded by B.J. Armstrong.
Going to go to Ewing against Purdue. Oh,
His brother. Ewing may have gotten away with one.
yeah, he did.
The follow from Mason.
Yep. Kukoc went to sleep, and Mason beat him inside. Here's a timeout again.
Patrick Ewing threw a left elbow that was as strong as anything we've seen tonight.
Yeah, it is. Isolation.
He's guarded by Mason.
He's got time. He's got time.
Off balance shot is no good. And he fouls at the other end.
This is a very emotional win for New York after that Orlando defeat, and gets the crowd back in it.
The line tonight. Not anymore.
You think they're going down lightly anytime in the playoffs soon? I think you're badly mistaken.
They lead by 4. 6.1 seconds remaining.
Mason has a big game to get them back.